Okay, hi everybody. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're on Train Simulator Classic, and we're going to play the Meteor scenario. This is on a route called the Sacramento Northern. The Sacramento Northern is near and dear to my heart. My first experience as a career railroader was on an old remnant of the Sacramento Northern. So, all right, here we go. As typical, the SN doesn't have strict speed regulations. Oh, jeez. So it looks like we're getting penalized on comfort more than on speed. So, okay. So we're on this ferry boat here. We just came across Susan Bay from Sacramento. So first thing we got to do here is put our train together. Turn our headlight on. Ding the bell. Make sure we're not going too fast. Actually slow down just a little. There we go. So the Sacramento Northern was what's called an interurban railroad. It was like something in between a streetcar and like a full-size railroad operation. Kind of see what we mean as we go along here. Okay. Set our reverser. We got to pick up the rest of our train, so it looks like we're lined in to do that. And we'll ring the bell. Oh, turning the throttle on would help. Come in nice and easy. So you see, only the first car here is powered. That's our engine for all intents and purposes. And our other three are trailers. So as we add more, the train will get heavier. Okay, next I gotta use a little bit of brake. A little harder than I wanted, but that's okay. Okay. I'm used to railroader where you have to go in and couple it up yourself. In this game, it does it for you. So, okay. All right, and away we go. So these passengers would have come from Sacramento to the other side of Susan Bay. The train would have been loaded onto the ferry boat. The ferry came across the bay, and then now we're putting the train together, and we're going to head into San Francisco. So. And this is set in like 30s, early 40s time frame. Okay, we can speed up just a little bit. speed limit goes up to 80. We'll speed up just a little because there's a station right here, and yeah. The track just laid on the marsh here. That's neat. Those of you who've spent time in the Bay Area in California, this is how a lot of it used to be, and some of it still is, but a lot of it's been filled in and developed. And is that... Did a ship, like, spawn in over there? Is that what I'm seeing? Yeah, there's a ship on the marsh. That's funny. Okay, we gotta slow down. Okay. This is our West Pittsburg, California station stop. I think it said we're meeting another train here. Where is he? There he is. He's coming. We must have been going too fast on that track because we're way early. Something to keep in mind. Here he comes. It's like just one car. Good. The AI squeals his brakes too, so it's not just me. It's good to know. And then this route, it comes with like a little tutorial to show you how to get over the Bay Bridge. But other than that, I haven't played anything on this route yet, so this will be interesting. We'll see how this goes. And then the shuttle goes away. The engineer's still on the wrong end, but that's okay. Or the motorman, I guess he would be called. Scheduled for a meet with train 18 at McAvoy. You should be there by the scheduled meet time of 12:12. Check the switches are properly set and let's be on our way. Okay, switches look good to me. Here we go. Notch up. We'll notch up again. Looks like 400 amps is the maximum, so we'll notch up again when it starts coming down. We do have a 30-mile-an-hour limit here, so you gotta keep that in mind. Cows are here. This looks like a standard railroad, or a steam railroad it would be called. Yeah, Union Pacific. It says Union Pacific. I don't think that's right. I think it's probably Union Pacific today. And this time it would have been Western Pacific or Southern Pacific, maybe. Probably Western Pacific. Both of which are now part of UP today, but wouldn't have been in this time frame. Let's open it up. Let's see how fast this thing can go. Oh, this is that McAvoy station where we're meeting that other train. And let's say we have a flashing red and then a red, so we got to be ready to stop at this signal here. All right. A little bit of air on. Actually, not sure how air worked on these cars. I assume it was the same, like air brakes. I'm not sure how they would charge them. They must have had a separate compressor or something. Stop right at this McAvoy platform here. Flashing red, as far as I can tell, is like a yellow light. Caution. Looks like the Western Pacific and Southern Pacific are here. We'll stop short of our Oh, that's cool. I think these were unique to California. The wigwag warning lights. And then where is this? Is this... It's Mallard. Is this Port Chicago? It is. Alright, so here comes train 18. He's clear. Our brakes off. And away we go. Just, the throttle here is like notched. I'm not just hitting the same numbers every time. It'd be nice if the steam trains ran that way. Alright, full power now. Let's see what we can do. Looks like 60 is probably about all we're going to get. Maximum speed of 55 around this curve. Alright, you got it. Alright, we're out of the curve. We'll speed back up again. Yeah, so this is Port Chicago. There's another curve coming up there. You know what? We're just going to keep it under 55 for now, and we'll see if we end up falling behind schedule. That warning sounded pretty serious. And the way I understand it is, so you watch your center of gravity here. When that gets too far into the yellow or the red, you start getting deducted points, I think. A little freight yard here. And it looks like we have a little, electric freight engine here. Steeple cabs, they were usually called. Two of them. And a little freight train. Curve looks a bit sharp, so take it slower. I am. Jeez. What does he mean by a bit slower? Like 45? We'll give that a go. You see, as we go around the curve, this little widget here starts to move. 45 looks like that was about right for this call. I do say so myself. Alright, back up to full power. I think, we'll treat that 55 as the speed limit. We'll see if we end up falling behind. Looks like we have a stop up here for crossing another railroad. Brake on. This is kind of weird. The bell only rings once when you push it. It's kind of odd. I guess it's supposed to be like a trolley. Alright. Brakes on. We're to a stop. This poor motorman, he doesn't get a seat, nothing. Just stand there. Alright. Proceed after checking the main in both directions. Okay. Don't see anybody coming that way. Don't see anybody this way. Alright, here we go. Break off would help. This was really the system. You had to just stop and look. There was no signal or anything. That's incredible. Terrifying. So this gizmo here is a cab signal on the Bay Bridge. It would get too foggy to be able to see. Too fast. To be able to see regular signals. So they have this that displays inside the cab. It tells you the speed limit. Yeah, when we get over the Bay Bridge, we'll limit to it. That's kind of neat. Pretty ahead of its time. Yeah, we're way ahead of time here, so we don't need to hustle. A little passenger shelter there. You were waiting for a train. They just gave you a roof and a place to sit. The other thing that's kind of weird is for an electric train, especially, is that there's no like dynamic brake. or regenerative brake if you drive a hybrid car. I think that would be like a shoe-in for a train like this to have, but I guess not. The municipal government of Concord, which is just ahead, mandates a 20-mile-an-hour maximum speed within its limits. Please honor their demands, at least in spirit. Don't worry, this is built into the timetable. Alright. We will do our best to slow down then, as we get closer. Okay. Not that much air. The plowed fields. Been in the East Bay, this is what it's like. Can be like. Okay, air off. Supposed to be that way? I guess it is. Okay. Seems kind of strange, but Concord must be a pretty big town because it has like a real station. Two little freight motors there. A little bit of power on. Alright, away we go again. Got a curve coming up there, so I don't really want to put too much mustard on it. Maybe we start easing off here. Like I said, we still have plenty of time. Cows over there. Yeah, so it didn't even move, so we could have taken that curve a little faster, if that's okay. Let's let this thing rock and roll a little bit. orange trees. Looks like more orange trees over there. This curve up here is a little sharp, and we'll see what happens. Looks like if we stay around 55, we should be okay. See, kind of the disadvantage to electric trains is all these little side tracks and everything all have to have trolley wires go over them too. Although I know in Europe now, some of these, what we would call interurbans, the engine will have a little battery. So when it goes off track a little bit, or off on a side track just for a little bit, it can run on the battery. You don't have to have wires strung everywhere. Obviously in 1930, whatever this is, that option wasn't available. What does this say? Passengers not allowed to pass from one car to another or stand on the platform. Oh wow, okay. We should be getting ready to stop. Stop ahead of the Southern Pacific crossing. Your next passenger pickup is at Las Juntas, just beyond the crossing. Okay? Got it. So bring it down to around 15 and let the air off. And then set the air again when we're ready to stop. I'll never forget about driving through these orange groves like this is the smell. Like everywhere around you just smells like orange juice. Like orange zest, I guess. It's pretty neat. And here we have the Southern Pacific Railroad crossing. Just kind of rolling up to it. And we'll stop. Pull across the junction so the last car doesn't block the crossing. Okay, we can do that. Watch our last car here. Set up a little bit of air. Okay. Unless we get word of another flag stop request, we'll run non-stop to Rock Ridge, just outside of Oakland. The timetable has us due there by 13:08. We are currently running near schedule. All right. Away we go. There's a stop right there, and then there's another one. They're like within sight of each other. We have a 45-mile-an-hour speed limit up here, but it's a good ways off yet, so we'll put on a little bit of speed. But not too much. This curve here might be a little problematic, but we're going to find out. Ooh. Close. We're going up a pretty substantial hill. We'll just let it slow down. Try and slow down without using the brake. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoops. Sharp curve. Oh boy. Well, they really whack you for that. Okay, we're gonna put it down under 40. I want that to happen again. We'll just go ahead and get under 35. We got horses now. Gotta cross a little creek here. Oh. The passenger seats look like, oh, nice. Fancy. Whoa, Jesus. Yeah, no kidding. Okay. Well. We might have cost ourselves a gold good noodle star there. Throw caution to the wind. Get back up over like 50. Remind me of a 40 coming up. That's a pretty sharp curve there. I'll slow down a little. I guess it wasn't as sharp as I thought. Okay. Well, there's another sharper one coming up there. I guess maybe we just stay around 40? I don't know. And as they pointed out in the beginning of the scenario, there's no speedometer in here. So these motormen back in the day had to just kind of know intuitively, I guess, how fast they were going. Especially when you see how this works. This is telling you what speed to go, penalizing you if you go too fast, but you have no speedometer to work with. Crazy. A coal loader? Looks like it. Or gravel, something. Some refrigerator cars. Keep waiting for it to yell at me for a curve, but it hasn't yet. So I think if it says 40, we'll shoot for like 35. It seems to be the ticket. Curve starts kind of gradual and then gets really sharp right there. Setting you up to fail. I guess we can speed up again. little bit of break. Getting close there. Whoa, whoa. I'm not even going that fast. What the hell? Ugh. Okay, so I guess we'll keep it under 40. Oh, that's so annoying. Call the train the Meteor, and then you ding me for going too fast. I don't get it. These people have places to be, I assume. No, don't you do it. No. You stay back over there in the middle. There you go. Good job. I wonder what that is up there. St. Mary's, California? I don't know. Some kind of mission, maybe? And then it looks like we're going to take off downhill here. Let's keep it a little slower on the tighter curves ahead. You got it. Oh, there goes the compressor. Okay. Moraga to pick up. You just noticed your train order told you to stop. What have you been doing all this time, conductor man? Jeez. Okay. Get ready to stop. Stockyard over there. Cows going for the ride to be made into something tasty. Moraga Depot. It's right here. Lock that air down a little bit tighter. There we go. Okay, this ends to part 1. Continue to Oakland in part 2. Ugh. Ugh. Pathetic. Okay. Well, we're going to take a break for a second, and then we'll move on to part 2 here. It's Silver Star. Ugh. Infuriating. Okay, here we go. Part 2, Twisting Hills. Oh, good. Let's move out. We've got a scheduled stop at Rock Ridge, and we need to get there by 13:17. But before we depart, remember what I told you about reducing speeds on the very tight turns on the tracks ahead. Yeah. Today's a new day. It's called the Meteor. We're in a hurry here. How awesome a name is that for a express passenger train, the Meteor. So that's 40, so we'll stay down around 35. See what that does for us. He wasn't kidding about these curves getting sharper. Oh. Already blew it. That's good. Alright, 30 it is. Are you kidding me? Jeez. Okay. Alright, screw it. We're gonna go 25. I don't even care anymore. People are late, they're late. Next time they can take a bus. Exactly. They can get an Uber Black. We have in the comments. Yes. Look at this guy. Look at that suit he's got and that hat. You telling me he can't afford an Uber? Shh. Whatever. He's only on the train because he's lazy. Slow down. This says 20, we're going 15. These people can get out and walk for all I care. I'm done when they're whining. Yeah, we need to pick up speed a little bit, judging by the time. Bring it up over like 35 and see what happens. Nope, need to go faster. So we'll try 45. You want to see this time coming down. Maybe 50. See what that does. There's a 25 coming up here, so we gotta be ready to slow down for that. Looks like a tunnel. Ugh, I'm so annoyed. Silver star. Unacceptable. Don't they know what good noodles we are here on this channel? We always get gold stars. Well, what? Ooh, there's a curve. Slow her down. Is that a curve coming into the tunnel up there? I guess we'll find out. Yep, it is. We're gonna start dropping like a rock down this hill here. Let's keep an eye on the speed. Just put a little bit of brake on so we don't go taking off too fast here. Penalty? Well, you're telling me to slow down. Oh yeah, we're on track to make it. What's he worried about? little bit harder on the brakes here. Okay. Let's use a little bit of throttle. Don't need a ton. We're going downhill pretty steep. Let's get a little bit of speed. Now I got to prove this jerk wrong and have us get there in time. Ideally without wrecking, but if we wreck, you know, that's fine. They knew the risks. We're going to be a minute early. Without your pipe and smoke it, conductor man. Slow down. .4% grade, holy cow. Does this have progressive release? We'll find out. We'll see if we can release it just a little instead of having to knock them all the way off. That's kind of nice. I didn't know it could do that. It makes life easier. Jeez, look at that. Oh, looks like a school here. Oh, and then this is coming into Oakland. Okay. I know where we are now. Okay. What? Stopping the train. What do you want? Oh. Oh, that's so irritating. I don't think there's any gold star for us on this run. Be lucky if we even get silver. Right on schedule. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so the speed limit's 25 up here. See, we don't want to rock and roll too much. We're going to be street running here for a while. We're headed into town here. We have to stop for this red signal. I didn't think of that. Yeah, that must be meant for us. I don't really know how this works. I was lucky. I think if it hadn't changed, we wouldn't be able to get stopped. A little bit of brake. We have a 15-mile-an-hour speed limit coming up, but it's a good ways off yet, so we don't need to start slowing down just yet. Slow down. It's crazy, a train like this just running right through town. Like I said, it's kind of like a cross between a regular, I don't know, like standard train and a trolley. Okay, pull into your depot, stop your train just short of 40th Street. Okay, we can do that, I think. Not quite sure where 40th Street is, but I assume it's at light. Okay. Is that like a station here? What is that? It's kind of neat. A little car barn. This is the yard, huh? Okay. Completes part 2. Alright, let's see what the damage is. Oof. 2 in a row. Ugh. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Oops. Alright. Part 3, City Streets. We leave the Sacramento Northern right-of-way in Oakland and proceed first on Key System streetcar tracks, then on the Bridge Railway to reach downtown San Francisco. Okay, here we go. As soon as we get the signal to depart, we'll be entering Key System territory. The city of Oakland sets a speed limit of 22 miles an hour for all traffic on the streets. Be following Key System interurban, so avoid annoying stop and go. Keep your speeds well below the limit. Also keep at least half a block from any other rail traffic. Sacramento Northern places great importance on passenger comfort, but since we're traveling on the Key System and the Bridge Railway tracks, your speed will be counted in your evaluation. Oh, jeez. Close the window to continue. Scheduled departure is 13:21. Arriving in San Francisco at 13:44. Wait for the departure signal. Okay? Got it. There's a streetcar. The Key System. Kind of neat looking. Flashing red. Green. Okay. So it said the limit's 22. We'll go like 20, I guess. Well, now it says 15. Half a block from all other rail traffic. he's got a clear light, so I guess we'll move out. We'll keep our speed around like 15. I guess that works. There's no yellow light, so what? I guess. Oh, best. So I guess if the light turns red, what do you do? Just slam your brakes on? The speed a little bit, about like 20. We're starting to come up on the guy in front of us. So, I guess we'll stick back down around 15. So we're not coming roaring up on these guys. I don't see... It says there's a signal. I don't see the light anywhere. I don't know, man. I don't know. Just do our best and see what happens here. Approaching Emeryville Junction, check the signal for cross traffic. Oh, okay, I see. That signal's red. We gotta stop. Clear. Okay. Clear, but this guy in front of us is stopped. Slow it down. He's got a clear light now. And then we have a stoplight. And we have a clear again, okay. That's a red light up there, and now it's clear, okay. A little bit of brake. This is so stressful. This is why I didn't want to be a passenger engineer. I don't know. I don't know why I'm driving a train on the street. I don't know. I'm as frightened as anybody else. Unfortunately, we do have this plow here, so when I hit little kids, they won't screw up the motors on my wheels, so that's good. Clear up there? Yep, clear, clear, clear. Okay. What was that? Oh, okay. He had to stop. Okay. Just all of a sudden saw a headlight off to the side. So, well, if it's my time, it's my time. Timeliness bonus. All right. We're going under this like underpass thing here. Okay, so now we're on this PTC or whatever cab signal territory. So we can just follow this thing. I think is what that means when that thing just kicks on like that. We'll find out. So we're coming up, I think, on the entrance to the Bay Bridge, yeah. This is the big key system streetcar yard. And the key system now, I think, is gone, and it was replaced by the BART, which is like a high-speed subway, kinda. San Francisco has the Muni, which is like the subway within San Francisco, and then BART is like a subway that covers the whole Bay Area. Here's the toll booths here for the bridge. I gotta stay in the cab so I can watch this thing. And this is the approach for the bridge here. You can see the hill goes up. And then there's a third rail also for the these cars, I think, are third rail. Or maybe not. Somebody needs a third rail here, and it's not us. So, here we go. We go up and over the bridge. What? Ugh. And you see the Bay Bridge is in like two parts. It goes out to this island in the middle, and then there's another part that goes across to San Francisco. It's a pretty view, but driving it in the fog is pretty freaky. I can tell you that firsthand. We need to pick up speed a little bit. Falling behind. What's the problem there? Irritating. This scenario's been very irritating. So you don't want to hammer on the throttle too hard, as you can see the bridge levels out up here. And it does not tolerate going over 35. It gets very upset. Go through this tunnel here. Whoa, whoops. If you let that alert go off too long, this little piston comes out and pushes this switch, and that kills the motor and puts the emergency brake on. So we don't want to have that happen. if we start getting close to this guy in front of us, our speed limit will drop to 25. Just kind of cool. Like I said, the system was really pretty ahead of its time. Here's San Francisco here. They have one of the ferry boats that's at a maritime museum is there. I have a feeling it wasn't there in the 30s, but that's okay. This is the Embarcadero here. These are all piers. This way over there is the Golden Gate Bridge. I gotta stay in the cab so I can watch the cab signal, but pretty scenery. The Ghirardelli Chocolate Factory is over here somewhere. Great town. People have their opinions about it. Whenever I went there, I had a ball. I lived in Sacramento, California for a little while. Absolutely loved it. What? Oh, 25. Whoops. Sorry. This guy in front of us slowed down, so it knocks our speed limit down. Back up to 35, but the speed limit's going to be 25 anyway up here, so I'm not going to go cranking on it too hard. "17 miles an hour" seems like an oddly specific speed limit. And we made it. We are on the San Francisco side of the bay. Just gotta get into the Trans Bay Terminal. This is the key train we've been following all this time. Pulling onto their tracks. Okay. Bit of speed. I wonder who this third rail's for, because we're not using it and he's not using it. What's it there for? I don't know, man. I do like that model. I don't know what you even call that. It's not really a subway car. It's not a street car either. He's riding his brakes, whatever he is. Don't know if any of this is still here. The Trans-Bay Railroad, I feel like it's all underground now, part of the BART system, but don't quote me on it. Okay. The Meteor has made its schedule. Well, of course it did. Being run by a professional. Former professional, but, you know. Open the doors. Okay. Let's see how we did. Gold star. All right, good. We ended on a high note. Well, that was challenging. I did not expect that. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. If you liked what you saw and could throw me a like, I'd appreciate it. If you want to see more, definitely consider subscribing. We appreciate you for watching, and we'll see you next time.